During this activity, we will identify the parts of a frog. We will examine the basic external and internal structures of an amphibian. Look for adaptations the frog has to live on, the land and in water, and compare body systems of the frog with the systems of a human. But before we start, we need these materials for our dissection. The dissection tray and dissecting kit, and also the
So now
frog.
that we'll have these materials, now we'll examine the parts of the frog. First, we'll examine the hind legs of the frog. So, as you can see, it was the hind legs. Hind legs are strong and muscular and adaptive for jumping and swimming. They also provide the frog with the ability to move quickly and efficiently on land and in water. Next is the forelegs. So it is used for support and balance while moving on land. They're also used for capturing and holding onto prey. We can say that the frog has a large thumb, and we can guess that the frog is male because of knowing that the frog's thumb is large. The large thumb on the forelimbs of a frog is used for gripping and grasping objects such as branches of prey. Now we will locate the bulging eyes of the frogs. So it is the upper eyelids responsible to protect the frog's eyes from debris and help to keep them moist. And the lower eyelids also help to protect the eyes and keep them moist. And then the third eyelids. So as you can see, it are it was transparent membranes that can be drawn across the eyes to provide additional protection. So that's the third eyelids. So now that we're done to identify or locate the bulging eyes, will proceed to the tympanic membranes. So, it was located just behind the eyes, is responsible for detecting sound vibrations. It allows the frog to hear and locate prey as well as communicate with other frogs. It is the external ears or nostrils are used for breathing. They allow the frog to take in oxygen from the air. So that's the external ears. So now we will feel the frog's skin. So we feel that the frog's skin is moist and thin. It helps to keep the frog hydrated and protect it from drying out. The skin also plays a vital role in respiration, as oxygen can be absorbed through the skin. So after we fill the frog's skin, so we'll cut the corners of the mouth so that mouth will open more easily. We'll locate its tongue. We observe that the tongue of a frog is long, sticky, and can be rapidly extended to catch prey. It is attached at the front of the mouth and is used to capture insects and other small organisms. So now that we'll fill the tongues of a frog is so sticky, so we can observe that it was easily to catch its prey as their foods. Yeah, the frog's tongues are long. So now that we're done to locate the tongue of the frog, we'll now locate the maxillary teeth. So frog have small, sharp teeth on the upper jaw called maxillary teeth. So these teeth are used to hold onto and immobilize prey before swallowing. And then now we'll look at the vomerine teeth. The vomerine teeth also have small bony projections, help to grip and secure prey before swallowing. The vomerine teeth also have two sharp mounds. So next is the internal nerves, located at the back of the mouth, allow air to pass from the mouth to the lungs. That's the internal nerves. On the both sides of the gullet, near the jaw, hinges are the openings. These are the openings that leads to the eustachian's tubes. It is connect the middle ear to the mouth cavity, allowing for equalization of pressure. This is important for maintaining proper hearing balance. And so now let's find the gullet, the wide opening that leads to the esophagus. That's the gullet. So it helps in swallowing food and also allows frog to swallow prey, produce a variety of calls, exchange gases, and maintain a healthy throat lining. That's gullet. Well, place the frog on its back in the dissecting pan. Secure it by placing dissecting pins through the tip of the snout and each of the legs. So, cut first will be made along the middle of the belly, from the pelvis to the throat. So, going from the top to bottom on the frog above. So, begin by lifting the belly skin with one hand and inserting the point of your scissors at the midline near the pelvis. So, as you can see, we will cut its skin. So, carefully cut along the midline toward the throat. So, note that don't cut too deep, only cut through the skin. So, next. So, now I'll to cut. So, at the top and bottom of this incision, make cross cuts toward the forelegs and hind legs. We will cut the cross in the forelegs. So next in the hind legs. So now we will fold back the flaps of skin. Yes. So now we will secure the flats of skin with the dissecting pins. So and then the other side we will put also the dissecting pin. Yeah. So now we are ready to cut through the muscle layer. So we'll repeat the incisions that we made. So this time, cutting the muscle layer all the way through the sternum or breastbone. So we'll need to work carefully. So let's note that do not cut too deeply or will damage the underlying organs. So we'll need to cut it easy. That to make sure that the organs are safe at, and we cannot cause it damage. Then after we cut, we'll fold back the muscle layer and also we'll secure it with Pence. Now we locate the frog's heart. So it is a muscular organ that pumps oxygenated blood to the body tissues and oxygenated blood to the lungs. It consists of three chambers, that two atria and one ventricle. So that's the heart. So next is the liver. It is the largest organ in the abdominal cavity, the brownish black liver. It has two lobes. Liver produces bile, which helps with the digestion of fat. It also stores food in the form of glycogen and plays a role in the breakdown of poisonous waste. So now we'll locate the greenish sac attached to the liver underneath. This is the gallbladder. So it is stores bile before it passes to small intestine. And then we will locate the lungs. So it is the lungs on other side of the heart. So they are two reddish brown sac-like structures. So that's the lungs. And now we'll find the whitish stomach. It will be on the right side as you look at the frog. The stomach partially digests. The stomach connects to the small intestine. Digestion is completed here as it most nutrients absorptions. So that's the stomach. So now we'll find the small intestine. So it is the small intestine. The small intestine is long coiled tube where most of the digestions and absorption of nutrients occur. And then we will find the large intestine. So that's the large intestine is responsible for the absorption of water and electrolytes from digested food as well as the formation and elimination of feces. So now we can see the mesentery, so a thin, transparent membranes that holds the organs in place within the abdominal cavity. So now we'll find there are maybe several yellow finger like structures. So these are fat bodies. The fat bodies store food which is used during periods of inactivity during the winter. So next we'll find the spleen. So that's the spleen. It helps filter the blood, removing old or damaged red blood cells and plays a role in the production and storage of white blood cells. So now we'll, we'll find the dark red kidneys attached to the back wall of the abdominal cavity. So yeah, you can see that's the kidney. So the two pairs of kidneys that filter waste products and exist water from the blood, producing urine. So now we'll find the urinary bladder. So that's the urinary bladder. So it stores urine produced by the kidneys before it is eliminated from the body through the cloaca. So next, we'll find the ureter. So that's the ureter are the tube that connects the kidneys to the urinary bladder. They transport urine from the kidneys to the bladder. And then lastly is that the cloaca. So cloaca serves as the exit point for the waste materials and reproductive products. And now we're done. So we'll separate all the organs. We'll cut it using the scissors. So we'll remove it from the body of the frog. So we need to cut it easy or be careful so that the parts of the frogs or organs will not be damaged.